What's going on, my people? It's your boy Jeff, the Master Barber. On this edition, I'm just gonna show you a bunch of clippers, but I'm gonna show you what I still have in my arsenal. Though I don't use it, I still have it just in case if one break, you use it for pieces and whatnot. I'm gonna show you what I still have. I hope you like this video. Let's get to it. And these are some of the machines that I have. These are not all of them. These are a few of them that I have in the past. I put her, I think, by order from the oldest one to the latest one. We're gonna try to show you and tell you each one why I have it, why I stopped using it, or why I still use it, etc, etc. I hope you guys like this video. Well, let's begin with the Andes. This one is the 90 edition. I got this one back in 2013. This one was one of the most expensive clipper that I have back at that time. What I like about this machine is very powerful, especially this one, cable one. Even when I started cutting hair back in 1997, I had the regular one, the kind of that look like this but with the cable. Ever since, I did like it, but there was only one factor that I didn't like, that it was too heavy, and it's still heavy. The cordless one is still heavy, but you know, now without the cable, it's more maneuverable and doesn't feel heavy and uncomfortable. But what I ended up using it a lot, it was for those type of hair that are like real thick. I used this one. It was a lifesaver. To remove ball, perfect. Another thing, the other one, the blade, I didn't like taper blade. I like more this, the fade. When the fade blade master came out, that's when I started putting the fade blade on it. With the regular, it's okay, but with the fade master blade, it cuts a lot faster. One thing that I like about this, the 90 edition Andy Master, it was also the sound of the hair when you hear it, like the crunchiness. These are like real tough. It was one of my favorite ones. From 97 to 2013, the cable ones, I was still getting them. So this one, it was like $213. The good thing about this one, never lost power because it had the cable, but you have to learn how to get used to it. Still a great machine. And still, this one worked to this day, but now that I have cordless one, it's just, I'd rather work with something that is cable free. I like more of the flexibility. This one, I still recommend it. If you still like any machine with cable, I recommend you this one, the Andy Master. I used to have the senior, the gray ones, but the other one, the gray one, used to get really hot, and to me, didn't have the same power as this one came out, the senior. They used to have the red star. I remember, man, this senior changed everything for me. I didn't stop using it, but once this one came out in the picture, I started using it more. It was a lot more silent. Both of this machine, well, this one, the Andes, used to get semi-warm, but this one, they used to get hot and more because using it 12-13 hours a day. This machine for all type of hair, the senior, still to this day, I recommend it. Very quiet. Back then it was cheap. One thing about the old machines back in the days, they were not as expensive as they are right now, and they used to and still last more longer than the ones. I mean, I have ones that are newer, you know, they break a lot easier and they don't last like they used to. But yeah, this one, the only thing that I didn't like at times, it was the lever, because it used to lose the tightness between getting hot and the lever. That was the only two things that I could remember that I didn't like. But yeah, the seniors, definitely to this day, seniors, the cordless, they're still fire. They're still really good. Then 2014, that's when the magic clip changed the whole game. It was like, I first had the designer, the cordless one, but I was like, they're not yet to the way that I think is gonna be good. They're almost there, but they still need to improve something else. That's when they dropped the magic clip. And just like the name says it, magic clip, it was magical. Especially because the blade, it was staggers. It had 49 teeth, and then it had the fade blade. Even though it didn't have as much power, it was quiet. And to me, it didn't get hot. A lot of people say they used to get hot, whatever. But with the time, the battery died. I already have probably between 2014 until I want to say 3 years ago, I probably have like 6 pair magic clip. And then that blade, I ended up putting it to the seniors, babyless, ergos, because that blade was awesome. The stagger tooth, it was everything. But yeah, this machine, still to this day, if you want something light, they still got great blade. You want something affordable, this is the way to go. Play the wall magic clip. Then I have this one, I think it was 2016, the Babyless Pro, the Flex forgot the name of this one. But as you could tell, this one, the freaking level, it went away. I didn't like so much the blade. It was kind of weird. And then it died on me. The engine also died on me. What I did like about this machine, it was the ergonomic. It was beautiful. It cut all right, but there was so many things that they were not quite there yet. And it was kind of expensive a little bit too. Then 2018, that's when they dropped the first senior, that it was the navy blue or dark navy blue, that was senior. It was so much powerful, but it had few things. It did get worn, and I didn't like the way the blade, so I ended up putting the magic clip blade in it. Once I put the magic clip into the senior, it made totally different. What I did like about this one, that it was solid compared to the magic clip, that it was light. For hair that they were like real tough, this one, it has the essence of the cable one, you know. Only the cable one right here is more thicker and more heavier. Then early 2019, I ended up buying the second generation, but the second generation was not that as good. It was a lot quieter than the first generation, but I didn't like it. To me, it didn't feel like it had the same power. Then after that, it came out the War 1919. This clipper, definitely, it was a tank. It went through all type of hair. I put also the stagger teeth of the magic clip. Also, as you could tell, because it was too heavy, I put the plastic to make it a little lighter. That actually helped a little bit. This machine, the War 19, when they first came out, they were so sexy. They're still sexy, you know what I mean? All metal. So for the looks, it's good, but it used to get hot too. That was the only downside to it. The taper blade, a lot of people like the taper blade, but me, I like the fade blade. With all my machines, it always been like that. Then it came out, the Andes Master. When this came out, I bought me 2 pairs. But what I did, the minute that it came out, I switched the blade, and then the other one, I left it the way it was. But then I ended up liking more and more the Fade Master. The one that stood up and still is in my table is this one. One thing about Andes, and I still say it to this day, they have the charging station, and that was awesome. The Senior didn't have no station. The Magic Clip, they didn't have that station. The Wall didn't have no charging station, but this one had the charging station, and that changed everything. They're loud, you know what I mean? You know, louder than the cable one, but they kept the essence. You understand what I'm saying? I've been cutting hair in barbershop since 1997, and to have the same essence and style, to me, I like that. Some people like the new and latest and the new body style. Me, I like always, you know, the old school looking style, you know what I mean? And that's why I gravitate, and still my hands already know to something from the past and how they feel and how they work. The thing that I like about this one is the lever is easy, you know. I like, and I could close it easily, open it clip, you know what I mean? The only thing that I didn't like about it, this one, it gets hot at time. If you use it to do a fade or doing a whole haircut, it gets warm. But yeah, I still use it to this day. It's one of my favorite. I use it more to erase the line of the trimmer, you know, to do details or the beard. I use it still to this day. The end of 2020, I bought me 2 pair. The reason why I did buy me 2 pair is because the battery on this one didn't last that long. It only lasted me like an hour, if that, or 45 minutes. But what I like, and that it was game changing, it was the level position, you know, when you left it right there. And another thing, real silent. It was kind of awkward at first, this part right here, but then I got used to it like everything else. One thing that I liked was the ergonomic right in the front, how it was so like thin like that. And then another thing that I liked, that it was long. It was able to get in areas, people that don't got no neck, that you're able to get in that area. The way that you turn button in the middle, love it. Then I ended up putting the Magic Clip blade to it. That was my first modification, and that was the best thing I did. But then, like I said, Babyliss didn't have no charging station at that time, 2019. That was the other thing that I didn't like, and I'm like, man, if they only make the charging station. Now to this day they have it. Another thing, it was $219. This was, and still a pretty good machine to this day. Even I know that I'm missing some other ones, but I'm just talking what I have right here, right? Then This one I bought it, what was it, like a year ago, 2022? I bought this one, and this one kind of remind me the senior. Definitely the toughness, the same kind of style, but what I like about it even more is that it was more smaller. You know what I mean? The top, so it was more smaller. Another thing that I did to it, if you notice, I switched the blade. I put the fade blade, and it was awesome. Also, they incorporated the thumb like the magic clip, only it was a little. The blade on top of this one is really good. It's a little noisy, but definitely this one, I use it to this day just to remove bulk. You could do fade and everything in it, and I see some barbers that still like it. I like it. And now, fast forward, we in what, 2023? Now, finally, they made the station for it. Babyliss, little by little, start incorporated. Then, it came out, Gamma Ergo. When this machine came out, the minute that I had it in my hand, wow, the way that it felt in my hand. This one was like, what, 2020, if I'm not mistaken. And then they had also the lever, the way that I like it, stationary lever, how quiet it is. I was like, wow. Came out with 3 different colors that you could separate. It give you so much to change the bracket. The one thing that I didn't like, it was, again, the taper. But then read that they have the fusion, and that's when I put the fusion. I put the magic clip blade, but it didn't work out. Low Pro, that was the only machine that you cannot put the magic clip blade. With this one, you could do it, but it's still loud. And then you could do a modification inside, but still with the time, you will have to do it again. Also, they give you the charging station. That was another thing that I love. So with this one, it was overall, it was just like the power, 10,000 RPM. That was like, until then, compared to the other ones, being so powerful and yet being silent. And then the ergonomics, the way that it felt. And then when I put this one, the fusion blade, oh my god, to this day, right now, is my #1. Then a year after when this one came out, they came out with the Ergo, Gamma X Ergo, and it was like similar, but it looked more updated. And then it had the microchip, supposedly supposed to be more powerful than this one. But to tell you the truth, even to this day, this one is still, to me, still more powerful. So I started using it for like a year and some change. And then I noticed that the power even went down more and more. I put this blade, the fade, because I couldn't find no more fusion. Other than that, the outside, it looks good. The motor, it still works, but it doesn't feel the same. So that's why to this day, right now, this is the one that I use the most. With this one, I pretty much do it all. The last one, I had this one also, the Legend in cable back in the days, 2016. I had the Legend with cable. It was a great machine. I think it was more better built, but they always break either it was in the cover and whatnot. And this one, believe it or not, look at how this one broke right in that area. That's why the engine is still good, it still works. That's why now, like, I could switch the body of this one and put it to this one and put the blade from this one that has the magic clip, and I will have it back in full force. But it's just, I don't like it. It gets too hot and it's a little bit too loud. Once I taste this machine, the QUIERE, the powerful, the lever, it changed everything. These are the clippers that I have. Some of them, like I said, they don't work no more. Some of them, they still work. Some of them are still outside right here. And the reason is because if they're there outside, that means that I'm still using it and I'm still working to this day. But these one, I still have them in my drawer in case if one of those machines breaks, I still have backups. So there you have it, my friends. Those are some of my clippers that I have in the past. I have more. This is my other channel, Jeffrey El Barbero Master. You could go there, and I have videos from, I think it's 2012. I have videos with cutting hair with the seniors, with the cables, the Andy's Master, with the Legends, with the cable. I have all those machines. If you want to see all those machines when I was using them in those videos doing tutorial, go to Jeffrey El Barbero Master. The only thing is in Spanish, but you could see me using them. Right now, those are the machines that I still have there in my Husky toolbox, and then the ones that I use are outside. I'm gonna make another video of the trimmer maybe in the next week or so. If you want me to make a specific video of any machine, let me know in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. It will help me greatly with this channel. And by the way, thank you for the 42 subscribers that has subscribed. You guys are awesome. I appreciate your support. It's your boy Jeff, the Master Barber. Peace.